traders.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the September 12th, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be a pioneer of our future versus a prisoner of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstances of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. If you've got a question you can't call in, Stevie has got your back. You can send me an email. You send that off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We begin our day with a mixed bag. You got the Dow trading down 65 points, a little less than 0.2%. And the S&P up a little less than 2%, 0.2%, up 6 points, 0.3 to the upside for the NASDAQ, 63.75% for the Russell, up 16 points. It's got a nice TD9 count bottom pattern that's completing today. Semis are off 9, traders are down 4, so those are basically flat. What's not flat is silver, up 41 bucks, 1.6%. Silver's up 99 pennies, 3.5%. Light sweet crude up $2, nearly 3%. Natural gas is up a nickel. That's up 2% out there. So we got movers and we've got shakers. When we take a look at the indices, when we take a look at what's leading the charge to the upside dollar-wise, it's Mercado Libre, up 60 bucks, nearly 3%. Axon Enterprise up 18 bucks, 5%. Alpha Metallurgical Resources, 13 bucks, 6%. Signet Jewelers, 12.6 to the upside, 16% there. Bank of Montreal is up 11. To the downside, the shakers, Lamb Research off 16 bucks. Modivcare down 16 bucks. Moderna down 13. Thermo Fisher off 13. KLA Corp down 13. So we got some movers and we've got some shakers. Where are we going to begin our day? Let's begin, as long as we're on this set of charts here, with so I don't have to keep going back and forth. We take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. It's advanced decline oscillator. It is trying to poke its head above that zero threshold level. If it closes above that today and it closes above it tomorrow, well, then I'd say that the ES Mini is likely taking out its TD9 count top and we're headed higher. If we take a look at what's going on with the Spot VIX Index. Spot VIX Index is trading right now at 1745, while the Spot VIX at 1773. So we've got offsetting messages there. Of course, the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline Oscillator, it doesn't matter where it's at 11:10. It matters where it's at 4 p.m. out there. What else can we take a look at here? Not much at this moment. Maybe we'll go back and take a look at gold and so forth. Let's stick with the equity markets out here. Let me go change screens. So let's just refresh ourselves. Where are we at from a timing standpoint, from a cyclical timing standpoint? And that's what this chart here. You've got the S&P 500. The red vertical line represents where we're at today. This is a chart that takes a look at the last 96 years worth of data and averages it out. This shows that we typically find some kind of top that comes in to the S&P in the beginning of September, right around September 5th. This shows that we move lower into September 30th. We get a little bit of a rally, and then we move lower into the end of October out there. Now, that would mean that we could, in this instance here, get a 2-bar monthly reversal to the downside. If we get that, that will end up likely setting up a significant buying opportunity. So we're in this unfavorable season now. We take a look at what's going on with regard to the S&P's charts, cash charts out here. We start with the daily. It still has a sell the D point top. That sell the D point top formed on the trading day of July 17th when price gapped to the downside. This top is still in place out there. Now price is traded above its green oscillator and change line. That's a bullish condition out there. And we don't have the ES mini or anything like that. So this is just take a look at the S&P cash index out there. But you can see we haven't taken out that top. Even though this might want to rally a little bit further out there, there is still a top in place. If we take a look at the weekly chart, there's still a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That top went ahead and confirmed in July of 2024 out there. We did get a run all the way back to breakout support at 51.42 and have made a run all the way back up towards that high. The monthly chart is going to go ahead and complete a TD9 count top at the end of this month. And so what we'd be looking at there is we'd be watching for that green oscillator and change line. If you're asking Stevie, where's that ultimate level of support that would then tell us that we have something going on here, something more serious, would be that monthly oscillator and change line. You can see that we have been above this level since December of 2023. Any tests of that level have just been a test and rejection. So that would be the area to be watching. If we take a look at, let's take a look at consecutive days to the upside and to the downside. So here's the S&P cash index. Now, you can see that yesterday was bar number 3. Today, likely, doesn't have to, I don't know if it will or won't be, but could be bar number 4 to the upside. Last time and so the question becomes, let me try, I'm just trying to move this chart. I don't know if I have enough data here. No, I don't. Okay. That's why it wasn't moving. Give me a moment here. We're going to add some more data. I think I've got 365 days. Let's add a digit, a 0 digit. Now we got 10 years worth of data. It's going to take a moment here for all of this to populate. But what I want to do is I want to go to time periods where we have nice moves to the downside, and like couple month moves to the downside out here. So start pulling this back. I'm looking for, so here's a downtrend that we have. If we go take a look at the descending trend that we began in July of 2023 out there, and it moved all the way lower into the October 30th, the end of October, kind of when we expect or anticipate bottoms. If we take a look at the counter trend moves, the first counter trend move that we had inside of the S&P 500 was a 4-bar rally. Where are we going to be today? A 4-bar rally. The next one was a 2-bar. The next one was a 2-bar. Here's another 4-bar rally. So 4-bar rallies in it's not out of the question for that to be a counter trend move. That's why we take a look at this dance step. You know, we got to come up with some kind of great name for it out there. But right now, consecutive moves higher and consecutive moves lower, and being able to go back and take a look at the chart and understand how the S&P typically behaves, especially where we're headed, where we're likely headed lower. We're likely headed lower again because we've got tops daily, weekly, and monthly. Now, the issue here is these could be, when you have tops like this, daily, weekly, and monthly, and really this chart here, even though we got that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top back in July of 2024, from a monthly standpoint, we're not completing the TD9 count pattern out there. So now we've got everything that's in place for the markets to move lower, the S&P specifically. Again, that 5360-ish area is what we're going to really pay attention to. With regard to the daily equity future contracts out here, what we can see is we've got nothing, no breakouts, nothing trading above profile resistance. The ES Mini likely targeting the top of its profile. It got very close. Top of that profile is at 55.87. We already took a look at the descending trend line for the NQ. The Dow has found resistance at its oscillator and change line. We got that TD9 count bottom inside the Russell. It's likely to rally towards its oscillator and change line 2142. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the monthly charts here for gold. Gold priced in all of the major currencies out there. We are at a new all-time high today in gold in terms of U.S. dollars. The key level to be watching there is going to be 25.70.40. Now, 25.70.40 is a number we're going to watch on a daily time frame. Now, the numbers here, I've got a different continuous contract that's up here, so I'm not going to really pay attention to the prices. I'm just looking at where prices trading at. We knew all-time highs. So we're new all-time highs in terms of U.S. dollars, euros, not in terms of pounds, not in terms of Japanese yen, not in terms of the Canadian loonie, not in terms of the Swedish krona, not in terms of the Swiss franc. We are in terms of Chinese yuan, not in terms of the Australian dollar. So not being at new all-time highs in all these currencies just says pause, Stevie. If we take a look at Goldilocks and take a look at 4 different time frames, what we'll see is that here we've got a larger weekly A to B equals CD pattern price right now. December contract is dealing with resistance. That's the top of its profile. That's 25.70. That's your upper right-hand panel. We are taking out a TD9 count top today in terms of dollars. It closed above the high from August 20th. We'll accomplish that task, 25.70.40 there. Again, on the weekly time frame, what you don't see here is that there was a TD9 count top that formed this week here of August 19th, and that's at 25.70.40. And if on Friday, that's tomorrow, price closes above that, that gets negated, and that says that we continue to move higher. Where would the next higher level be? There's a larger A-B equals CD pattern, continuous contract. That gets us up towards the 27.16 area. But the weekly contract for December, and that's what I really keep track of out here. Our next price target to the upside, should price take out these resistance levels, be 26.3385. That'd be the 1 to 1.618. The 1 to 2 on this weekly time frame chart would get us up to the 27.99 area. So let's watch today's close and see if we, in fact, do negate that TD9 count top. In fact, let's go switch over. Yeah, let's go switch over to those white background charts now. And we'll take a look at gold, silver, and the GDX. On the upper left-hand side, you got the daily time frame. You can see that TD9 count top out here from August 27th. Do we close above that high? I do not know. Same thing with regard to the weekly chart. Silver is just consolidating. It's got a TD9 count top. It's consolidating with inside its daily profile right now, likely to target 3017. The GDX, which does have a TD9 count bottom out here, likely is going to go target the top of its profile or its breakdown level. Its breakdown level is 3967. The top of its profile, 3938. Let's go take a look at how gold is performing from an intraday standpoint. Let's go to those charts here. Upper left is the daily. We don't need to talk about that. The 5-hour chart is bullish, no topping signal. Same for the 4-hour, same for the 2-hour, same for the 60-minute. The 30-minute time frame chart says that if we do tick above the high from the last 30-minute bar, that means we need to tick above 2583. That would generate bar number 8 of a TD9 count pattern. That would suggest that we could see some type of short-term top form between, now we're not there yet, so until we tick above that, this doesn't matter. If we do tick above that, and if we do that between 11, well, where we're at right now, so 11:30 is going to be 8, 9, so 12:30, between now and 12:30. So you want to watch for that. Again, the TD9 count pattern has not evolved just yet. We still have to close above or start trading above the high from that last half hour. 15-minute chart showing us a Rhodes momentum indicator top. That may just pull back to 2574 or so. The 10-minute chart looks just fine. So not a lot of topping signals per se with regard to gold. That's what suggests that this should rally further. But watch for that TD9 count pattern on that 30-minute time frame. So that's what we see when you take a look at Goldilocks, silver, and the GDX out there. Let's go to our first request. It's actually the only request that has come in so far. So would love to hear from you folks. Steve at TFNN.com. 877-927-6648. Of course, anything inside the Tiger's Den will do. Devin writes in, and Devin would like just simply to take a look at Devin. It is Alton that writes in who would like to take a look at Devin Energy. Don't worry, Stevie will get it figured out eventually. Ticker symbol is DVN. Of course, we had Alton, Devin. You can see how Stevie can easily get confused out there. Devin, I think you'll be happy to know that you're going to get a TD9 count bottom pattern today. You made a bullish hammer candle yesterday. That's a beautiful thing. Today is going to become bar number 9. The pattern will complete tomorrow, but in effect, it's basically completed is what it looks like to Stevie. Now, the first rally in Devon Energy should take us up towards the bottom of its profile, 41.53. The oscillator and change line is just below that. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, there's nothing really good there, and there's nothing really good on the monthly time frame. So since that oscillator and change line, I think you said you have a few shares here. Since that oscillator and change line is red, we're trading below that and the daily profile out there. It just suggests caution at this stage. It's not that it may not have bottomed. It's just that the weekly broke through a support level at 41.41. Did that last week. We're trading below it this week. That says we could see lower prices. There's an A to B equals CD. There's a couple different A to B equals CD patterns to the downside inside of Devon Energy. So breaking through this breakout level is not really a great thing. But maybe the daily chart is here to save the day. We won't know that unless price is able to clear above 42.85, 42.84. But your question might have been, is there any sign of a bottom? And the answer is absolutely on that daily time frame. What you want to watch for here, we talk about things that are in a declining market, a bearish market, a market that's moving lower. Here, if we take a look at its dance steps, this did manage to get 5 consecutive days in a row back on July the 3rd. Of course, July 3rd, kind of a holiday, markets can be pushed around, but it doesn't explain why it did on the 17th. But for the most part, you'll see that most of the counter trend moves as Devon Energy was heading to the downside were 3-bar moves. Here's a 2-bar move, another 2-bar, 4, 1, 5, 2 5s, 2, 3, 2. You kind of get the picture here. So I was going to say what you need to see is at least a 5-bar consecutive move to the upside. But Stevie says, with regard to Devon Energy, that's not the case out there. So expect at least a 2-day rally out here, likely more since you've got that TD9 count bottom pattern out there. So Devon, there we go, Stevie. Alton, I do hope that helps you out with regard to Devon Energy, and thank you for taking the time to write in. So we got no other requests out here. Interesting, very quiet market. Oh, there we go. Steve, if you have time, October futures for lights. Oh, and NVIDIA. Perfect. Thanks, guys. That was below my screen level. So, yeah, let's take a look at let's look at NVIDIA. Let me put that up first. And I'll pull up all the Lightspeed crude charts there, Ron. We're going to go into a break here in about less than 60 seconds out there. So let's see if I can get NVIDIA up on our screen, and then we'll go take a look at Lightspeed crude. NVIDIA is trading above profile resistance, above its oscillator and change line, likely to rally further out there on the daily time frame. The weekly chart says we're trading with inside our profile. It says last week was a false move to the downside. Its resistance level that it could rally up towards is 125.72. We do have a TD9 count top that's in place on the monthly time frame. But this month here, last month, price found support at that oscillator and change line. Its weekly chart is neutral. Its monthly chart is neutral. Its weekly chart is neutral. Its daily chart, well, it's actually somewhat bullish out there. So I suggest that charts are, now it's day number 4 of a rally to the upside consecutively for NVIDIA, but it should target that 125.75 level.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the US futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry August 9th and 23rd for more live trading action. For this month only, use code LarryAug24 at checkout to save $50 off your first month as a subscriber to Live Trading Fridays for his live trading sessions, where you'll sit right beside him as he trades the market live. For this month only, enter code LarryAug24 and save $50 off your first month. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the charts here for light sweet crude. It's the October contract. If we look at the monthly time frame, that's going to be the upper left. You're going to see that this is first. It has a TD9 count top that is still in place out there. That TD9 count top formed back in June of 2022. What that TD9 count top has led to, Ron, is a sideways consolidation. The bottom of that consolidation is at about the 64.50-ish range out there. This month we've gotten down pretty close to that level. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. This requires a bullish reversal candle to confirm a buy the D point bottom pattern. The daily time frame chart does not have. It needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a buy the D point pattern as well. We don't have that out here, but what we do have is if you look at the 30, the 60, the 120, the 240, and the 5-hour chart, they each have bottoming patterns out there. So this is adding to the idea that light sweet crude at the bottom of its monthly consolidation is likely formed a bottom, which I think you're looking to stay in this for some type of a swing trade. So now let's come to the daily time frame. And what message do we have here? The message that we have here and what you want to see today specifically, Ron, is you want to see price close above that red oscillator and change line. The current print is 69.16. If price pulls back just a little, so use somewhere right around there. I hope light sweet crude doesn't close anywhere near 69.16 or 69.14 or 60, but that's basically the general area that you'd like to see price close above. If it does, then that would signal to you and I that price should at least go target the sell zone of its daily profile. The sell zone would be where a counter trend move would end if, in fact, light sweet crude is in a downward mode. I think we look at that monthly chart, it tells us we're just in a consolidation mode and we've gotten down towards the bottom of that consolidation pattern. So if this is just a counter trend rally, though, that rally would run out of steam between 72.07 and 73.28 out there. No topping signal on a 30, no topping signal on the 60. In fact, we have negated TD9 count tops out there. We're taking out TD9 count breakdown resistance on the 2-hour chart. Where is the resistance level? That's a good question. Thank you for asking. The resistance level is 70.13. So right now, we're trading at 69.54. So if a price can close above 70.13, that is the top of the bear structured profile for the 4-hour time frame, then that's going to suggest we continue to move higher. So that's what I see when I take a light sweet crude. Today's going to likely be day number 2 of consecutive moves higher out there. So you really want to see price close above that red oscillator and change line. Ron, I hope that helps you out. As always, thanks so much for your request. We're going to close this chart down. Let's see, was there another request out here, Steve? I've been multitasking, so disregard if you already covered. Can you look at TLT or the ZN contract? Let's go look at the 10-year contract. We have not covered that. So let's go take a look at it, see what message it's doing, generating for us. We'll use the same set of time frames out there, meaning monthly down to the 10-minute chart, I believe, is where we get down to. So now we take a look at the 30-year. There is a new profile, I believe, that is forming today. So let's take a look at that on the daily time frame. At least it was this morning. Let's see if it's still in effect out here. Come on, baby, populate. Used to populate quicker. It's just getting old, just like Stevie here. So weekly time frame still has a TD9 count top. So that's an important level to be watching. The high of that TD9 count, I'd like to give that to you. I will give that to you. Is going to be 115.21. 115.21. So that's a key level to be watching. That's been tested this week, and so far that's held. On a daily time frame, let's open up the daily chart out here. Let's pull it back so you can see what we've got. You can see that price has been moving higher with less relative energy out there. If we were to get a bearish reversal candle, that would confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. In the meantime, we have a new profile that is formed, Dan. And that new profile has resist at 115.24, and support is in a zone. The bottom of the zone is at 114.02. The center or the top of that zone, 114.18. So a close below its green oscillator and change line. It's where we're printing. It's where, which at 115.07. A close below that increases the odds of the 10-year note to move back to further support, and that was that buy zone out there. That's the daily time frame. So now let's get back into it here. Weekly's got that TD9 count top. I don't have much for you on the 30-minute time frame chart. We're trading below profile, so that suggests lower price. Same with the 60-minute chart. The 2-hour chart's got support at 114.82. The 240-minute chart could form a TD9 count bottom, but it's way too early to call that out here. And you do have a 5-hour TD9 count top with price trading below support. So I'm going to go with that. More likely than not, what the 10-year wants to do is head lower out there. So that's the 10-year contract. And I do hope that provided you with the information that you were looking for. Jimmy, I ask myself questions even when I'm sleeping out there. United Health, UNH is the ticker symbol that ELO would like to take a look at. So let's do that. Let's get over to that set of charts. Let me actually close this one down, just free up these resources out here. And so UNH, give me a moment. This is not going to get back to that set of charts. Okay. Come on, get up there, Stevie. There we go. Okay, so now let's get into United Health, which is UNH. Let me get to my other set of charts, see if I can get something here quicker. So United Health is printing out the day at 586.06. It is consolidating with inside its daily profile. That consolidation ranges from 577.41 at the bottom. That's support. 593.25 is the top of the profile out there. So you just got a good old-fashioned TD9 count consolidation with inside profiles. Daily time frame, weekly time frame. Completes a TD9 count top tomorrow. Price should pull back to test support, 568.91 or thereabouts. If we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, monthly time frame chart looks good. So it's really up to now. The daily's got a TD9 count top and price pulled back and tested support. So it's somewhat neutral, I would say, ELO. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, it is not neutral. It has not tested and rejected support out there. So I would say more likely than not, we see price get back to 568. The bottom of that profile is 577, and its TD9 count breakout level is 570.62. So only if United Health closed below 570.62 do you have some trouble in River City. That trouble ought to take us to 560, then 542, then 523. But I'm not saying that's where price is going. I'm saying the price closed below 570.62. So that's what I see when I take a look at United Health. I do hope that helps you out. She asked different questions there, Z. Why are you talking out loud? We're supposed to be sleeping. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go check in on Pfizer, see what it's doing. We can see that price is back inside it's formed a new daily profile below price. And this morning, price has pulled back and tested that level. So the top of the profile, which is now acting as support, is 28.95. And the buy zone was between 28.30 and 28.46. It's still there. As long as price remains above 28.95 today, you are likely to get a further rally inside of Pfizer. That rally could take you up to the top of its weekly profile, which is 31.07. 31.40 is the top of the monthly profile. So you got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom on the weekly, nothing on the monthly, nothing on the daily, but you are trading above profile resistance, 28.95. That's fresh. That's today. You're likely to get a rally for at least a couple of days out there. Those are what the charts, McGuppy, for Pfizer are telling us. Let's take a look at Johnson & Johnson. J&J is the ticker symbol. And we've got J&J right now consolidating with inside its daily profile, having formed a couple of different Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping patterns, both with Three River Evening Star patterns. That really doesn't matter. Support has held, and support is 162.83. If price were to close below 162.83, we'd see a move back to its breakout level, 159.13. We've got a TD9 count top that's going to go ahead and complete tomorrow on the weekly time frame. Price is testing the top of its profile. A close below the top of its profile, the top of its profile being 163.65. If we get a close below that, then we're likely to go target either 158.90 or its weekly buy zone. And that buy zone is between 155.14 and 157.27. The monthly chart looks pretty good, except that I see it looks like price has hit a descending trend line out there. So, it looks pretty good until we start taking a look at the trend lines that are out here. And yeah, we've in essence run into that resistance. So TD9 count top on the weekly, resistance on the monthly, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on the daily. Watch support. Watch these support levels out there because that will certainly tell you, McGuppy, that J&J is going to lead to lower price. Todd writes in, and Todd would like to take a look at a couple different symbols. Todd's watching and reviewing us through the eSignal application out there and using eSignal. Your question is the Rhodes Momentum Indicator tool on eSignal? And the answer is it's not. You could get a program for that for sure. I know somebody that could do that if you wanted to. If you subscribe to Mastering Probability, you get all the details there, and I'll show you how you could actually really set it up on your own system. If you're trying to automate that, that's a whole different picture out there. With regard to BCD, which is what we're looking at right now, BCD on a daily time frame is so it has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern. It's trading below profile support. So the first level you'd like to see this get above is that 31.25 level. Wait, 31. 31.25. If price can close above 31.25, then it should run up towards the sell zone. So this is a bear structured daily profile. If price can get inside that profile, then it would run toward that sell zone between 31.51 and 31.69. On a weekly time frame, price is traded above the center of its bullish structured profile. Ordinarily, we would say, Todd, that price would go run up to 31.98, but we can see we've got a red oscillator and change line at 31.39. That will be your next battle if, in fact, the daily can get above that 31.25 level out there. On a monthly time frame, you've got price just consolidating with inside its profile out there, so not giving us any real great piece of information. On a monthly basis, you need to see a close above 32.56 right now. We can see that the oscillator and change line has acted as resistance since September of 2022 for 2 full years. So how are you going to know if BCD has turned the corner? Well, I would say a close above that oscillator and change line would surely be your first good signal. You also want to take a look at the base metals out there. DBB is the ETF for that. So we'll take a look at that. All righty. I'm just waiting for it to prop. You know what? Maybe I need to get off these charts. I think I said something to like 30 years. Maybe it was the monthly. So maybe that's what I need to do. Is let me see. Where am I at here? Yeah, where am I at? No, I don't think this was the chart. So we take a look at the base metals out here. The base metals show what? It shows a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. No top necessarily on the daily time frame, but certainly it did top. And price pulled back to test and reject that breakout level support, 1856. So since we've tested support and we've held and we're above the oscillator and change line, I would say a further rally is likely. The further rally is likely just simply going to be 1956. Now, we are trading above right now the top of its weekly profile, Todd, and they close tomorrow above 1938. Or 1939. A close above 1938 would be that indication that price should rally up to the next resistance level, 1956. You can see even on the monthly time frame chart, you have resistance up at 1949. So the close that you need to see here is a close above 1949. If you get that, then price should go target the 1988, 1996 level. Those are the profile areas that we're taking a look at on the daily time frame out there. You also wanted to take a look at ZROZ. So let's pull that up on our screen out here. Let's see if that populates quickly for us. And in the meantime, I'll just simply tell you a story. Now, ZROZ, I wouldn't mind telling you a story. This is a 25-year Treasury index out there. So, you know, similar to take a look at, not like we did on the 10-year. But what I can share with you is, let's just take a look at this. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal out here. You're likely to get that reversal today. Price is testing the oscillator and change line. If it closes below the oscillator and change line, which is where we're printing, which is at 85.29, then we're likely to see a move to the 83.72 level. On a weekly time frame chart, if we were to generate a bearish reversal candle, you get a sell the D point. Right now, the weekly chart looks like it wants higher price. Why higher price? Because it's traded above its oscillator and change line, and it's traded above the top of its profile, or traded above the top of the profile on the monthly time frame too. So all looks pretty good, except for that daily chart. Watch the oscillator and change line. If we don't get a close below it today, it just is a neutral signal. Price, in order to negate the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, has to take out the high of September 9th, and that high out there is 84.38. And lastly, you want to take a look at uranium. URA is the ticker symbol. Let's get that up on our screens out here. URA is trading out right now at running right into trendline resistance, trading at 25.75. But let's see what these URA charts show us, and I can always go back and put up my black background charts and show you that resistance level. So on the daily time frame, yeah, price shows that we're up above resistance. Actually, I can probably just draw this in. Just come out here, take the swing point from July, and we can't. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. So let's just draw this. Come on, work with me. There we go. So there's our trend line that we can see that prices basically run right into that. So that is something for you to be paying attention to. Todd, if price can close above that trend line, then we're likely to see a move up towards 26.91. 26.91 is the weekly oscillator and change line out there. A key area of resistance for you really on the monthly time frame is between 25.80 2589 and 2701. So for uranium, we've had a nice little rally here, which is today's going to be bar number 4 in a move. So we're likely to see, as price hitting his the resistance today on the daily time frame, Todd, I would say we're likely to get a retracement for just a couple of days out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back from this break. We're going to go try to answer a question for Mr. Z in the Den, which is, do any of our time frames suggest that the rally for the NQ has come to an end? Great.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the US futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to go answer that question. Is there any charts that suggest that we may be at a top inside of the NQ? Let's look at the 5-hour time frame chart. We are in bar number 8 right now. In order for this bar to actually complete, we're going to need to see a close above bar number 4. Bar number 4's close was 19,248. You need to see that close above that at 2 p.m. So there's potential for a TD9 count top pattern to form inside of the NQ, but that would not be until day's end. If we take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, we're only in bar number 7 right now, no other topping signal. If we look at a 2-hour time frame chart, 2-hour time frame chart shows us a TD9 count top that is in place. In order for that to get negated, you would need to see a close above 19,342.75. You also need to see a close below 19,175 to suggest that that was a top of any kind of significance. So right now, we just have the consolidation, but we do have the top. 60-minute time frame chart, similar type setup, although it has not yet confirmed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. A bearish reversal candle would do that. Support here, 19,244 and change. If we take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top is in place out here. It's found support at both the breakout level of 19,234, but more importantly, the new profile that is formed here, Mr. Z, and that's at 19,201.50. So yes, you've got a top there, but support has held. On the 15-minute time frame chart, it has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top right now. Price trading with inside his profile. Watch the level of 19,213.90. If price closes below that, it'll have a profile break and suggest lower price out there. That lower price could be the 19,201 level. If we take a look at the 10-minute time frame chart, I don't see anything that sticks out here, John. So yes, there are some topping signals that are out there. We just haven't seen any levels of support being broken, and that support being broken level, even right now, 19,203 is probably the one to keep your eye on. So hope that answers your questions with regard to the NQ. And that led us right into the end of the show. So folks, great to be with you on Terrific Thursday. We'll be back on Fabulous and Fantastic Friday. Have a great day. Be safe out there. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.